Billy Bonds is being remembered across English football as West Ham United prepare an emotional tribute to one of the most respected figures in the club's history. Although his funeral has not yet taken place, the club, former players, and supporters have already begun expressing their deep admiration for a man who shaped the identity of West Ham through decades of commitment and leadership. Billy Bonds played with a level of discipline, strength, and loyalty that earned him the status of a true club legend. As soon as West Ham announced plans to honor him, tributes began circulating across football communities. Many described him as a captain who represented the meaning of dedication. His influence on the club remained so strong that even generations who never saw him speak about him with respect. West Ham's official statement highlighted his long service and his impact on team culture. Club representatives said that Billy Bonds stood for hard work, consistency, and honesty. These qualities became part of West Ham's core identity during and after his playing years. According to the club, the upcoming tribute is meant to reflect the admiration that thousands of supporters, staff members, and former teammates still hold for him. Former players who shared the dressing room with Billy Bonds recalled his leadership style. Many said that he never raised his voice unnecessarily, but always delivered his message clearly. Several of his teammates described him as the strongest presence in the squad, calm, determined, and dependable. They said that he expected high standards from himself before expecting anything from others. Statements from past managers also highlighted his professionalism. One former manager said that Billy Bonds was the kind of player coaches relied on during difficult matches because he remained steady under pressure. Another explained that Bonds acted as a bridge between the coaching staff and younger players. His guidance helped shape many careers, and several players publicly thanked him for his influence on their early development. Supporters also shared memories that demonstrated his connection with the fan base. Many recalled seeing him play during crucial matches and described his performance as fearless. Season ticket holders from previous decades said that Billy Bonds embodied the spirit of the club. They admired him because he carried himself with dignity on and off the pitch. The club's tribute also included references to important milestones in his West Ham journey. These included his years as captain, his participation in major matches, and the loyalty he demonstrated during both successful and challenging seasons. West Ham officials mentioned that he represented stability at times when the team faced uncertainty. His service continued even after retiring from play. As he later took on roles that supported the club's future direction, media outlets across the country also covered the tribute preparations. News organizations repeated one message consistently: Billy Bonds earned admiration through action, not publicity. He did not seek attention, yet attention naturally followed because of the way he carried his responsibilities. Writers described him as one of the most respected figures in English football, known for integrity and strong character. The emotional impact of his loss has reached former players from other clubs as well. Several professionals from around the league shared statements acknowledging the role he played in setting standards for defensive discipline and leadership. Although rival clubs often clash fiercely on the pitch, there was unanimous recognition of Billy Bonds' contributions to English football overall. His reputation extended beyond West Ham. He was frequently described as a gentleman of the game, younger. West Ham players who never met him personally also joined in the tribute. Many said that they grew up hearing stories about his leadership and toughness. They referred to him as a guiding example of what it means to represent West Ham United. Several young players publicly stated that their understanding of the club's values came from hearing about Billy Bonds' career. Tributes also came from supporters groups. Fan associations issued statements saying that Billy Bonds remained the face of the club for many generations. They highlighted his unwavering commitment, saying that players like him are rare in modern football. Fans appreciated him not only for his skill, but for his humility. They described him as someone who stayed connected to ordinary supporters throughout his life. West Ham staff members who worked behind the scenes also shared memories. Many said he treated everyone with respect regardless of their position. Longtime employees recalled how he always offered a friendly greeting and never acted superior to others. These stories appeared repeatedly in statements from people who had interacted with him away from the cameras. They said his kindness was one of the qualities they would never forget. The club also prepared a detailed review of his career, which will be presented during the official tribute event. It includes significant moments from his time as a player, captain, and later as part of the club's leadership structure. According to West Ham officials, the purpose of the review is to show younger fans why Billy Bonds remains an essential part of the club's identity. Several football analysts commented on his leadership style, saying it represented an era of genuine commitment. They said Billy Bonds belonged to a generation of players who were driven by responsibility rather than personal fame. Analysts pointed out that his leadership approach continues to influence coaching methods at West Ham even today. His values are taught to academy players as part of the club's long-term culture. In statements from supporters, many people emphasized his resilience. Fans described him as a player who gave everything during every match. They said that watching him play taught them the meaning of dedication. Supporters also mentioned that he was one of the few players whose influence remained strong even decades after retirement. They believed that his character shaped their own understanding of what loyalty to a club means. Media coverage also noted that Billy Bonds' name is frequently mentioned by fans when discussing the greatest players in West Ham history. Several commentators described him as a symbol of strength for the club. They said his leadership helped define West Ham's reputation for hard work and determination. Tributes on social media grew rapidly as supporters around the world shared messages of gratitude. Many posted photos from his playing days, quotes from interviews, and personal stories about how he inspired them. Fans from other countries also expressed their respect, proving that his legacy extended far beyond England. West Ham's tribute announcement mentioned that the club plans to include both public and private elements in their remembrance arrangements. Club officials said they want to give fans space to express their feelings, while also supporting the family during this difficult time. They confirmed that once the family finalizes arrangements, the club will provide updates for supporters, although public emotion is strong. West Ham also emphasized that the funeral has not yet taken place. They requested that supporters remain patient and allow the family time to process everything. The club promised that official details will be shared as soon as they are confirmed. At the conclusion of their statement, West Ham expressed gratitude for the overwhelming support shown by fans. They said that the unity among supporters demonstrates the lasting impact Billy Bonds had on everyone associated with the club. They also confirmed that all future matches and club events will continue to carry reminders of his legacy. Ensuring that new generations understand his significance, Billy Bonds' legacy remains central to West Ham's identity. His influence on the team, the supporters, and the culture of the club will continue for years to come. His name stands among the most honored in the history of West Ham United. West Ham closed their tribute by acknowledging that funeral details will be released once they are available, and the club will continue to guide fans on how they can pay their respects when the time comes.